Okay, hello everyone. My name is Billy Frans-Masirino Purba. Now I will presenting my presentation. This topic is steel products and properties. Supporting lecture is Professor Dr. Jokara Gerde Tirtan India, SGMT, Magister Engineering Metallurgy, Mechanical Engineering Study Program, Faculty of Engineering, Udayana University. Next is reference. Metallurgy for the Non-Metallurgists, second edition, edited by Arthur C. Riddle. This topic is the first is classification of steels to carbon steel, three alloy steels, four aligning elements in steel, five in strength and toughness. Okay, classification of steel. Classification of steel based on chemical composition is a widely used method. There are three very broadest categories of steel based on composition, like this picture. Okay, plain carbon steels allow low alloy steels and high alloy steels, which includes stainless steels. However, it's important to point out the steel are classified in many other ways too. For example, classification may be based on the first is the styles making method, such as open heart basis oxygen process or electric furnace method. Two is the oxidation practice during steel making, such as skillet, same skillet, capped or remote steel. The solidification method, such as casting, continuous casting or component or shape casting. The next is the mill product from such or blade sheet, strip tubing, or structural strip. The five is finishing method, such as rolling or cold rolling. Five and six is the microstructure, such as quality and machinistic, the recruitment strength level as specified as standard. Next is the heat treatment, such as annealing, quench, and tempering, and thermomechanical processing. And nine is quality description, such as forging quality and commercial quality. Next, the various mechanical and physical attributes influenced by quality description and is arise from the combined effect of several factors, including the first is degree of internal softness, two is the relative uniformity of chemical composition, three the relative freedom for surface infiltration, four is the size of the discard carpet from the ingot, extensive testing during manufacture, the number, size, and distribution on metallic inclusion, and seven is hardenability requirements. Okay, next is carbon steels. Spark patterns can be used to identify low, medium, and high carbon steels. Carbon levels have a pronounced effect on properties. Carbon has very limited solubility in iron and a hard carbide compound Fe3C or called chemical from when carbon is added in iron. Like this picture. Okay. Next is low carbon steel. Content up to 0.30% Celsius. The last category of this class of steels is flash rolled bodies or sheet or strip. Usually in the cold rolled and anode condition, the carbon content for this high permeability steels is very low. Next is medium carbon steels are similar to slow carbon steels, except that carbon range from 0.30 to 0.600% and the thickness from 0.6 to 1.65%, increasing the carbon content to approximately 0.5% with accompanying increase in manganese or medium carbon steel to be used in the quenched and temperate condition. Next is like high carbon steel. Content from 0.60 to 1% Celsius with magnesium contents ranging from 0.3 to 0.9%. The microstructure is largely free mechaning grades. Free mechaning steels contain are or more edifice than enhanced mechaning characteristic and lower mechaning cost. Edifice may include sulfur and phosphorus or with negative effects on weldability, called forming forging. Next is alloy steels. High strength low alloy HSLA Steel are designed to provide better mechanical properties and or greater resistance to atmospheric corrosion than conventional carbon steels. The types of AES or AH steels commonly used include the first is weathering steels, two control roller steels, and three is ferrite reduced steels, four is microlayered steels, five axicular ferrite steels, and six is dual pass steels. The next is another way to define alloy steel is to classify them into four major groups. The first is low carbon, untreated, and temperate or QC steels, and two is medium carbon, ultra high strength steels, bearing steels. Four heat resistant chromium molybdenum steels. Quenched and temperate low alloy construction or low carbon steels component high yield strength from 350 to 1035 MPa or 50 to 1150 KSI, and high tensile strength with gut notch toughness, ductility, corrosion resistance, or weldability in terms of impact toughness. Those steels guarantee or perform but steel and ASO steel at low temperature like this picture is the compression of Sharpie final toughness for a mild carbon steel and ASLA steel and a hard traction constructional alloy steel. Next is both high and low carbon. Material have survived because it offers a unique combination of properties that best fit intent surface condition. For example, hex carbon steels, the first is can carry somewhat higher counter stress, and two can be quenched and tempered, and three is may offer greater dimension stability under temperature extreme because of their characteristic lower content of standard non-tonated. High alloy steels, which allowing greater than 90% are typically classified as high alloy steel. Next is marine steel, like this table, are highly alloyed low carbon iron nickel steels that possess an excellent combination of strength and toughness, superior to that of most carbon hardness steels, and like this picture, strength hardness combination of 18 in marine steel is compared to conventional high strength carbon steel. Uh, as such, they consider an alternative to higher carbon steel in critical applications where high strength and good toughness and ductility are required. Next is alloying element in steel. The steel form on the of the most complex group of alloys in common use like is carbon. This is the most common alloying element in steel. Next is manganese, or normally present in all commercial steels. Next is silicon, is one of the principal dioxidizers used in steel making. Copper. Next is copper is applicable amounts can be destined to hot working operation and has a moderate tendency to segrate. Next is chromium. Okay, next. Nickel. Nickel, when used as an alloying element in construction steel, is a very strengthener. Next is molybdenum, and because the hardenability of steel and is particularly useful in maintaining the hardness between specific limits. Next is vanadium, niobium, aluminum. Next is titanium. Next is boron. Next is tungsten, or is zirconium, calcium, cerium, lead, bismuth, and nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Next is strength and toughness. Next, strength carbon and alloy steel have yield strength greater than 2075 MPa or 40 KSA and can be more or less divided into four classifications. The first is solid carbon manganese steels, and two is solid high strength low ASL steels, or which are also known as microlith steel. Three is heat treated or normalized or quenched and tempered carbon steel. And four is heat treated low steel. Next is coincidentally many applications do not depend on just carbon alloying for strength. The toughness of plain carbon on low alloy steels also in lower rate with decreasing temperature like the picture is variation of Sharpie fish notch impacts energy with temperature for nobility plain carbon steel of varying carbon content. There is sharp drop in toughness at a temperature of exploratory minus 40 Celsius or minus 40 Fahrenheit. This is known as the Dr. Bright Tension Temperature DBTT. Next, this picture is also useful in that it shows a comparison between the fatigue limit in actual parts or King's Hatch and standard test specimen correctness are reasonable between the actual parts and longitudinal test bars, which were mechanized with the axis of the specimen is the same direction as the longitudinal axis of the steel bar of forging from which it is made. Test specimen mechanized with access transfers to the rolling or forging direction exhibit lower fatigue limit, thus indicating the influence of steel processing in fatigue resistance. Like the picture, it's effects of third planning of fatigue behavior. Short time strength of chromium molybdenum steels is compared with low carbon steels in picture. Fact of temperature of tensile and yield strength of two low carbon steels and some common low carbon chromium molybdenum steels. Next is Heroes imparts a pleasing dark surface to weathering steels and compared to annulled plain carbon steels. Weathering steels have significant reduced corrosion rates in the atmosphere like this picture. Okay. Atmospheric corrosion versus time of carbon coupled steels and also weathering steel in a semi-industrial or industrial environment. Next, okay. One of the most famous corrosion-resistant iron artifacts from antiquity is the iron pillar of Delhi, a 7-meter tall iron-based pillar that was constructed by the order of Kumarang Gupta in year 4400 AD. It remains like the picture, okay? The picture of pillar of Delhi, quotes of Wikipedia.com. As a testament to the skill and ability of ancient Indian ironsmith, and has attracted the attention of both astrologists and metallurgists because it has withstood exposure to the elements for over 1,000 1,600 years without experiencing and significant shifts of correction. Okay, thank you. Hope you feel it is useful and can be understood clearly. See you and thank you and see you the next topic.